And it's Ken Kraetzer at Army football practice. We have a chance to talk with Army quarterback Bryson Daly. And Bryson, first is, how was your practice out there? Full pads today, just a few days to your opener.
Yeah, it was good. Really high energy. Our guys are ready to play someone else, ready to get going, get out there Friday night, and have some fun.
How does you feel your game has developed over the spring and in the summer? You certainly had a strong finish the last year, but how do you feel like your game has improved since last year?
I think the biggest thing is mental growth. Just really honing in on the playbook, different looks, different checks. Just my knowledge of the game, I think, has increased. Due to Coach Worley and other great coaches on the staff that have helped me increase that knowledge. But I'd say that's the biggest area for growth.
And maybe just talk about something. You've got a lot of running backs that you're working with. Kanye Udo, Samari Howard. We were just talking with Coach Worley about Jake Rendina, David Clerk. How is it working with quite a number of high potential running backs?
Yeah, we got a lot of playmakers. The slot back room, like you mentioned, with Day and Samari, Noah Short, Miles, all those guys. They've been playing really well. It's a deep room. They've been really good for us. In the B-back room, AJ, Rendina, and Kanye, they've been playing really well too. So it's good to have depth in those positions because we're going to use them a lot. So it's going to be great for this offense, and I'm excited for those guys.
And maybe my last question, just maybe describe your offensive line. You've got a lot of experience there. You've worked so well with Brady Small last year, and then Bill Katsianis, Lucas Scott, Paolo Generale now on the right side, and Booby Law and Connor Finucane back. You got a lot of experience there in the offensive line.
Yeah, it's great to see as a quarterback, seeing those guys up front. They've, like you said, a ton of experience in big games over many years, and even the young guys like Brady, he's not a young guy anymore. He played a whole season, but getting guys like Paolo ready to go, that's really exciting to see. And they're a really close group, so I'm excited to see what they'll do this fall.
Thanks, Bryce. We have our colleagues on the line.
Thanks, Ken.
Hey, Bryson, Joe Icono with GoBlackKnights.com. Last time we talked was, I think, right after the first practice of the entire fall camp. So, a lot's changed since then. What are some of the biggest improvements you've seen in the way your offense is executing between that day and right now as you get ready to go into the season?
Yeah, just seeing how much better we're executing, like you said. Seeing guys' growth of the offense, their knowledge of the offense, seeing how it's grown over these past few weeks. The guys are playing fast now because they really know it, and that's been awesome to see, and I'm excited for Friday.
And, usually if we're talking Army offense, we're going to talk the running game, but just as a little bit of a curveball, how has the timing been with your receivers and the passing game? Clearly that's an area I think, we want to improve the completion percentage probably from last year. Where are you guys with the passing game right now, do you think?
Yes, sir. Our goal is to be the most efficient passing team in college football, and, that can be done with our type of offense. And we spend a lot of time in the summer throwing to guys, the whole quarterback room, the whole receiver room, guys like Casey Reynolds, Toby Alawale, Liam Fortner, and some young guys who've stepped up. Cam Sure was another one. It's been really good for us, one of the veteran guys. We got guys who can catch the ball, run out there, and also block out there. So, a lot of complete players over there, and I'm excited to get them to rock a few times.
Bryce, the last question for you. We had the opportunity to talk with a lot of the coaches positionally and OC Cody Worley, who just left, and Coach Monken, of course. And the stable of talent in the backfield this year across the board, across the slot back positions, running back positions, and you and the quarterback is pretty stacked and about as solid as we've seen in a while at Army. How excited are you for kind of the stable of skilled players that you have to work with back there?
Oh, I'm so excited, especially since I've seen all those guys and how they work, how they've worked this summer, how they worked it last spring. They've been going at it for a while, and they're talented. So knowing those two things, the talent and hard work, it's going to come together for those guys, and I'm so excited to see it.
Thanks, Bryson.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Bryson. Ken McMillan, Times on the Record.
How's it going?
Good. Bryson, a year ago, I remember talking to you about you going into what would be, in essence, your first start as a starter. I'm sure there were different emotions then than there are now?
Yes, sir. I mean, just having some experience under my belt, that always helps. And, knowing how to get jitters out of the way, knowing how to control emotions, that's all things that come with experience. So, I'm excited to get this first start of this season with this new team, and I'm ready for it.
Coach Monken told us earlier today that he thinks maybe you believe you shouldered a bit more of the burden last year than was probably fair. He would say it's the entire offense's troubles, not you. What do you think about shouldering the burden of being the guy?
Whatever this offense needs, whatever this team needs, I'm gonna go out there and do it. So whatever Coach Worley calls, if it's my number, if it's Kanye's number, if it's any of the other guys' number, we'll all be ready to go. I don't really care who gets what carries, who gets what touchdowns, as long as we're winning at the end of the game. That's all that really matters.
But did you beat yourself up over this last year?
When games get lost, when I make mistakes, I'm gonna beat myself up about it for sure. During the tough times of last season, I definitely shouldered some of that. But my teammates were there for me. They picked me up, and thankfully we were able to end on a high note.
The first thing you told us though was that your attitude has changed this year. You're more mature. Do you think that'll have an impact on what you just answered?
I hope so. We'll see out there Friday night. But I've been working really hard on my emotions, on my mental game. Hopefully it shows up Friday night.
Do you have any unfinished business, Bryson?
For sure. We're always trying to improve. There's a lot of games left out there last season that we thought we could have won. We should have won. Just having a better season this year, it's always a goal. And beating those other two schools again.
You played with some guys a couple of years back who obviously started in different seasons, but nobody really got that starting job, or they got knocked out by injury, or they just got outplayed. Here you are with an opportunity to start 2 years in a row. That's pretty remarkable here at West Point.
It's a blessing. We have a really good, really great quarterback room right now. A lot of guys could play. A lot of guys could step in there and play. So as long as Coach Worley wants me starting, wants me playing, I'm absolutely honored and blessed to be in that position.
Glad to get the preseason over with, and now we're into game time.
Yes, sir. The team's ready to play. Someone that's not in an Army jersey. We've been beating up on each other for a couple weeks now. A couple months now if you go back to spring ball. But we're ready to play someone in a different jersey for sure.
Last thing, you went 6-6 the last 2 years. What are the goals this year? What are the reasonable goals for Army this year?
Just get better. Improve from last year, improve from the year before that. Win the CIC and go to a bowl game. That's our goals. And but we're just gonna take it one game at a time. And if we keep that mentality, one practice at a time, one game at a time, we'll be in a good spot at the end of the season.
I asked Lucas this earlier. You're a senior. This is your first game of your career. Do you get sentimental about these things? Does it mean something?
It's pretty wild that it's already here. It kind of crept up on me. I went to prep school. It's my 5th year, but it flies by. So I'm just trying to cherish every moment with my brothers and win a lot of football games this year.
You played in the scrimmage last Friday night, and now you're playing again this Friday night. Lights, new stadium configuration. I know that you're focused on football, but how weird is that, or how does it affect you?
It's awesome. I'm excited to play under the lights in front of the core. It's a new era of Army football with a new stadium going up. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that. And, it's a big step for this program as well. So, it's cool just to be a small part of that.
The core's going to find some new seats. You got to find them in the stands?
Yeah, I don't know where they're going to sit, but they'll be rowdy as always, and can't wait to play in front of them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Bryson, thanks for your time.
Yep, thanks, Kim.
Sounds so
There's a Dean.
Oh, no, you're all good.
All good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.